Okay, we're gonna round to the 100th place, which is the what place? Second decimal place. What is this as a log function? It's kind of what logs are made for.
Log 3 times 12.
Log base 3 of 12 equals, and then plug that in.
226.
We don't have Abby, so I don't have to explain it the other way. You guys remember I'll plug that in the calculator?
Round it to the what?
100th place, the second decimal place. What do we get?
2.26.
Alright, Sebastian, what would this be as a log?
Log of base 1.06 of 3 equals that. My calculator don't work.
He's quiet. I was thinking about your dog yesterday, Ava, because it makes me laugh that it pooped in
Because it's his last day on Earth.
pooped in your bed.
You know, Carl lived there. Yeah, it's his last day on Earth. It's scheduled for 3:15 today.
Why are you smiling right now?
Oh,
You're evil.
you should.
You should have seen us yesterday saying our goodbyes.
Yeah, they
I
came and
took the
said
last
goodbye.
picture with him. I
It's
took the
so
last picture
funny.
with him. We took
It's so
pictures with
funny.
him.
You have to see it. Last night I was like, last time putting the dog to bed. Last time putting the dog out.
Little
Kept sending
gremlin
me
of a
pictures
dog.
before it was like,
What?
You showed me a picture last year's little gremlin of a
He's
dog.
so
He
ugly.
literally walked with his
He's the
cup out.
ugliest dog I've ever seen.
Sometimes they have ugly dog competitions.
I feel like you should enter him.
He would no, because he's
Jade's
gonna dog.
coming back.
No, Jade is
Oh.
dog.
Take his picture and then
Oh,
the caption will be last day on earth.
it's his death day.
Happy Death Day, Lord.
Gosh.
So dark.
She's the
Oh,
ugliest
jeez.
thing
I
ever.
saw her yesterday when we went to
They
Jade's.
found her outside of the McDonald's.
All right.
in a big bag.
She's scared.
She's really
Why
bad.
would you? What is with her and picking up dogs?
I don't know. but
Clay,
that
what
was
would this,
funny.
or Clay,
Wait, what?
Wow.
sorry. My brain blanked.
I've been called like so many times.
Why?
Because they always, my classroom sometimes mixes up.
Oh,
Oh.
your class was dumb.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mr.
I kind of did that last year. Okay, what would this one be?
Might have been our class one.
Ellen and he's basically, they were normally in the 18.
Wait, it's an L? I thought it was an I.
No. At first I thought it was an I, but
Yeah, somehow that stands for natural log, but you know, whatever.
2.89.
Alright, trying to throw a curveball on us here.
It's 3.
Huh?
Huh?
Oh, I don't know, I'll never do it. You gotta plug it in.
My calculator don't work.
What?
Calculator don't work. Doesn't allow us to do the base thing.
You have to do it different.
18.87.
Let's see, where's your log button? Let's see. You should have it somewhere.
Can you just square both sides on 7?
Oh, it's right there.
It's weird not
Mhm.
going.
That's when I'm pushing it.
Yeah.
it doesn't let me
Well,
change
that
it.
makes more sense.
What? It's weird not going.
Then if it was left, put it down.
What time is it? 50.
So you changed home personalities and mate list?
Like hit option 1 like the standard set. Okay,
You just square both sides.
It's really sharp.
no. What's,
And then you left it out like,
well, actually, you could square both sides.
Nate, when have you walked the dog?
What's the square root as a rational exponent? 1/2. So this is like e to the x to the 1/2, or in this case you can multiply them together, so it's like e to the 1/2 x. So what's the log going to be?
ln
Right, natural log
5
50.
plus 1/2x.
So when we plug in natural log of 50, is that the answer?
No.
No. How are we going to solve for x? Divide by 1/2, or which is the same thing as multiplying by 2. What do you get?
7.82.
Hmm? Did you get the same answer by squaring both sides?
Yeah.
Okay. We kind of did number 9 the other day. This was a little bit harder. 4 to the x. So what they want us to do is change it so that the bases are the same, and then we can compare the exponents. So the 4, the 16, and the 2 can all be written as powers of 2. So for example, 4 is 2 to the 2. Okay, and then 2 to the 2, 2 squared to the x is just 2 to the 2x. Multiply those together. Over here, 16 is 2 to the what? You guys might not know that one.
4.
I have to sneak up on it.
Yeah, it's 2.
It's like hunting. You have to sneak up on the 2 to the 4th. Please, we're trying to learn math. Okay, square root of 2 is
1/2.
okay, and then when you
1/2.
add them together, 4.5. Okay, so once you have the same base, that means exponents need to be equal for these to be equal. So 2x should equal 4.5. How do we solve for x? Divided by 2. I think that's going to be 2 1/4. Or the book probably put 9/4. Which I did see that they put 9/4. It doesn't matter though, you don't have to. Okay. Well, I could request maybe I'll let.
I like it. Weird.
Okay. Now on this one I didn't read the full directions. Do 4 and 20 have the same base? No. So they want us just to solve it using logarithms. We could have solved this using logarithms, by the way. Like, there's no reason we couldn't have. But 4 and 20, you cannot use that base trick, so you have to use logs. So log base 4 of 20 will give us the answer.
2.16.
Alright, so on this one, what base we can write both of these as base what? 5. So 25 is 5 squared, so this will turn into 5 to the 2x. And this is, well, what would this be? 5 to the x over 3. That's supposed to be a 3. Now what?
Multiply by 3.
Okay.
Minus x.
Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so on B, these two do not have the same base. So you have to use the log thing. Log base 25 of 2. 0.22. All right. The population of Kenya reached 25 million people in 1990. When will it reach 50 million people? Assume an annual rate of increase of 4.1%. So how do we do that? What's the formula we use for that stuff?
Plus T rate.
I think, what do they call this formula? The book never, I don't think the book ever names it, but yeah, not sure that's the best one. We don't sound good. All right, so Kenya's starting with 25 million in 1990. They are growing 4.1%. So what are we going to turn 4.1% into? 0.041. So 1 plus 0.041 becomes 1.041. And how many years until they get to 50 million people?
24.
All right. How are we going to solve this?
Divided by 25.
Yeah, let's get rid of this thing. We're kind of trying to clean up the left side so we can solve for t, right? Let's clean it up by getting rid of 25 million. 25 million is multiplied, so we can divide it to both sides. What's the right side going to become? 2. Much cleaner. Now what? Caleb. No, he's looking at me. Deer in the headlights. Any ideas? What have we been doing this lesson?
I'm changing it to a log.
Yeah. If the variable is in the exponent, you need a log. So it's log base 1.041 of 2.
17.25.
Okay, so it's about 17. What does 17 stand for in this problem? Years. So if we started in 1990, 17 years later would be what year? That's what they're asking.
2007.
2007. I'm betting they never made 50 million. That is a very fast growth. You double your population in 17 years? I don't think so. Probably not. I'll Google it later. We're almost done. I can Google it. Okay. A $10,000 certificate of deposit at a certain bank will double in value in 9 years. Give a formula for the accumulated amount T years after the investment is made. Okay, you guys heard of a CD at a bank? A CD, like from a bank, not something you play music on. It's called a certificate of deposit. It's like you give the bank some money, and then they get to keep it for a few years, and then you get it back, and you get some interest on top of it. It's like a savings account, but you get more money out of it because you can't touch it. Anyways, it's a little bit off topic there. So it's $10,000. That's the starting amount. And it doubles in value in 9 years. I think we're going to need to figure out what percentage it must be increasing. So we don't know what the percentage is right now. They didn't tell us. But we do know in 9 years that we should get double the money. So where should the 9 go? The time. And where should double the money go? Equals 20,000. And we can use that to figure out what the percentage rate on the CD is. Interest rate. So divide by 10,000, kind of like the last time. Divide by 10,000, and we're going to get 1 plus R 9 equals 2. How do we get rid of that exponent?
Square by
9th root. What? Let's see how far did they go. Yeah, I guess they went about that far. So what's the interest rate going to be? 0.08%. Must be an 8% interest rate. So what they really wanted though is for us to write a function of the money in terms of time. So the amount of money they have based on the time is $10,000 times 1.08, 1 plus 8%, to T, and that's it. That's what they want. Okay, and there is a B question. All right, the question is, how long would it take for the money to triple in value? So how do we figure out how long would it take for the money to triple in value? How would we do that?
put 3 in for 2.
No, 3 would be time.
Just to equal 30,000.
Yeah, you could set it equal to 30,000. You could even do this because this is tripling, $1. You don't have to do 10,000, 30,000, but that would work too. So $10,000 at 8% interest, how long before it gets to $30,000? So if you divide by 10,000, we're going to get 3.
Do log.
Yeah. It's a log to solve. So log base of
14.27.
they probably just put like 14. Yeah, they put 14.3. Let's look at 16. Yeah, don't worry about 16. That's fine. I don't want to explain it. So
So 1 through 15?
let's just skip it. Yeah, 1 through 15. We'll call it good.